Okay, so tonight, when you're sitting at the dinner table and your parents or whoever asks you what you learned in school today, you get to say something instead of saying nothing. Because I know that's what you usually say is nothing. I know. Now, when they ask you what you learned in school today, you get to say, I learned how to move a dot over. Okay, yesterday you learned how to move it up. Now you have to learn how to move it over. Yeah. Sounds complicated, huh? It's not at all. It's moving a dot over. Forget about that. So here's the deal. We have this problem right here that says 5.2 divided by 1.3. Please leave your whiteboards alone until I am completed. Okay? So we have 5.2 divided by 1.3. There's our problem right now. Here's the situation. I cannot do this division with this decimal right where it is. I can't do that. This decimal needs to be moved to here. And now we can't just make 1.3 13, because 1.3 and 13 are obviously two different numbers. So we need to figure out a way on how to move that decimal. In order to move the decimal, we multiply it by 10. And by multiplying it by 10, it moves over one place. But this is the same as our teeter-totter problem. I can't just do that and not do anything to this 5.2. So I'm going to multiply that by 10 as well. So I'm going to move, not only I'm going to move this dot, but I'm also going to move this one. And there you go. There's your lesson for today. How to move a dot over. Complicated, right? However many places you move it over here, you have to move it over the same number of places over there. Let me prove that multiplying by 10 is how you move a dot over. You have 1.3 times 10. Well, 1.3 times 10, you add a 0 because that's how you do it, and you got 130. And then we need to, how many decimal places did we use? 1. So 1.3 is 13. So now our new problem, and we did the same thing. We moved this over and made it 52. What is 52 divided by 13? 4 on the dot. There's your answer. Just like that, 4. So some of you might go, well, Mr. Reichman, you changed the problem. I did, but I didn't. What is 12 divided by 3? 4, way to go. Okay. 0.3 divided by 1.2. 4. I move the dot. I move them over both 1, right? Just like we said. 4. I didn't really change the problem. I just moved that decimal over to where it belongs. The decimal goes here. Okay, so that one looks pretty complicated, doesn't it? First of all, let's do this. Let's work together. On your whiteboards, write the problem down as if it's in the house. Okay, so most of you should have this. 61.3 divided by 0.36. Tell me, how many places over? Don't do anything more than this, please. Don't start getting into it because you're going to end up getting really upset. Can I have this dot here? No, how many places over do I have to move it? 2. So I got to move it 1, 2. So if I move that one over 2 places, how many do I have to move that one over? 1, 2. Whoa. What do I do here? Add a 0 here. I need a placeholder. And now my little dot on my answer to my problem is going to end up being right there. Okay? So we're going to go to the next slide here because it's going to help us. So we've moved this over. They also have added zeros to the end because we can do that, can't we? We can add as many zeros to the end of that. If as long as it's to the right of the decimal, we can add as many zeros as we want. So we place the decimal point where it belongs, and we do the first step. And it goes in there 1 time. And then it goes in there 7 times. And then it goes in there 0 times. And we bring down. We follow our long division steps. So we're adding zeros. 36 goes into 100 2 times. Notice they moved the dot, and the dot went straight up, right? Okay. So now we're left with 280. It's going to go in there 7 times. Uh-oh. After we solve the problem, we're left with 280 again. What's going to go here? What's going to go up on the top? No, we divided 36. We had 36 go into 280 7 times, and we were left again with 280. Our remainder is 280. We do it again, you know what's going to happen? What's our remainder going to be? It's going to be 280 again. And then we do it again, and what is it going to be? It's going to keep being 280. So this thing, this is how many 7s are we going to end up with? It's a vicious cycle, isn't it? It's going to end up being 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. It's going to keep going with 7s. It's like Maggie. She gets stuck in her ABCs. She does. She starts doing it's like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F. She just keeps doing it. It's a vicious cycle. It won't end. Do you know how we end it in math? What do? You could round the number, but I don't want you to do that. I want you to. What? No. I don't want you to round it. I want you to put a little hat on it. That symbol right there, that little line over the top of the 7, tells us that that 7 is going to keep going on forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. That's an important thing that I just taught you because you're going to have to do it on your homework. All right? So if you get a decimal that's repeating, give that decimal a little hat. Put a little line over the top of it. You'll see here. I'll hit this button and it'll show another 280. When a repeating pattern occurs, show 3 dots or draw a bar over the repeating part of the quotient. So there they go. They should be writing. Oh, no, they didn't. Oh, it's on the bottom. Oh, it's down here. Okay. Yeah, it's down there. All right. So next slide. This is one that I would like you to do on your whiteboards. It's a lot easier than the other one. So we have 6.6 divided by 1.1. We need to move this dot over 1 place. 1 spot, 1 spot, dot goes straight up. 11 goes into 66 6 times. We're done. You don't have to put a dot there. I'm just showing you that that dot will be right there. The next problem. I would like you guys to try this one on your whiteboard. It's a little more complicated than the one before. So when you do this problem, you end up with 2's, 1, 2, 1, 3, and then you realize that you're going to keep getting 80 as you're going to keep getting 8 as a remainder. So your answer is going to keep getting 80. You cannot put that hat right here. You cannot do that. Okay? You must have the decimal, another 3, and then the hat goes there. All right? That's how it works. Your homework assignment is page 139, numbers 9 to 20, all. That's your homework.